good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And they'll begin by running the option.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Here we go. Hey, smash Broncos!
On first down, they'll run with the Wonder. Down at the 25. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll go right back to the Wangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Giants at 6-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Charger.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Check mash.
They'll look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole.
Here we go.
Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Check smash. Panther 11. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Friedman.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
60 Bison. 18, 5 in. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Friedman escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Come on.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big, In this case, it didn't.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And some room to maneuver.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Quick throw complete.
Touchdown! Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. He'll look to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Ready?
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Okay,
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Mustang 19. Go.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants get a bit closer. Extra point try now for Patterson. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Dragon 60.
To throw on 2nd down. Friedman. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready, set.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
60 Bobcats, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First play's a run with Nwangu. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Chad. Let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw. Friedman. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
On the jump. 3.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Partner, I know that bounces are supposed to equal out over the course of a game, but not so far in this one.
Now this afternoon, the bounces are there, so the scoreboard also there.
Totally reflects it. They've got a big advantage.
19 sides. 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
On 1st down, Friedman. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 70 Lions. Ready?
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer.
Back to throw. Friedman. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Operating from the gun, Friedman.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go, Jack.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Okay, ready?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
Let's go now.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Friedman. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight.
And now here is another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
82 yards.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Friedman flushed out right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 33. It's a gain of 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Back to Nwangu again on first down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kene Nwangu.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Kyle Pitts
from 17 yards out.
And the Giants have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Hold it ready. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the jump.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Ready.
2nd and 11 now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Warriors 70.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 right.
On 1st and 10, Friedman going for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there is incomplete.
Charles.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the Riasi, we still outside.